Good morning, my friends. It's a beautiful, rainy day. I love the rain. And I'm so grateful to be alive today. I want to talk to you a little bit about this year, the year 2019 that is swiftly coming to a close. And 2020 is just around the corner. And I am looking forward to 2020 and the new decade. And this year has been a wonderful, amazing year for me. Wonderful, amazing year for me. And I'm expecting that and so much more in the upcoming year. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what is it that you're expecting for this upcoming year, this upcoming season, this upcoming decade. What are you expecting? Because you know what? I have come to realize that what I expect is what I get. Some of us expect and we're anxious and nervous about trouble. I wonder if I'll be sick. I wonder if I will lose my job. I wonder if my spouse will leave me. I wonder if my children will be in trouble. And so we entertain that negativity in our spirit, and that is exactly what we get. What we're anxious about, what we're nervous about, come to fruition. No, I have come to realize that whatever I want, I need to create it in my mind, in my spirit. I must create it in my mind. I must create it in my spirit. I must think about what I want, and I must visualize it and play it out in my mind when I go to bed and when I wake up in the morning. And though I am a Christian and I'm a Bible believer, this faith thing is not about religion. It's a universal law. It's a law of the universe. And I've come to realize that as a Christian, when the Bible talks about we must obey God's law, that's what it is about. Knowing what the universal laws are and obeying them. Okay? And one universal law is that if you believe, you shall receive. I think of the Wrights brothers who invented the airplane. I mean, you have to be really creative in your visualization to see an iron up there in the sky with people in the air flying. I mean, it just doesn't even make sense. But these guys believed, and they kept trying and they kept trying and they kept trying. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure that, I don't know how much they saw with their physical eyes before they transitioned. But look, the airplane is carrying, I think they have an airplane now that carries hundreds, maybe even 1,000 people. Okay, the last time I traveled in a large airplane, there were 3 sections. I mean, it was so long, it was like you could literally walk on the airplane and exercise and get enough exercise for the day if you walk from front to back, front to back, front to back. Okay? And who would think that now I can communicate with you through YouTube? I'm going to upload this video on YouTube, and I will be able to reach people all over the globe. And this is through the air. Okay? The Wi-Fi. Okay? And through the air. Energy through the air will transmit what I'm saying to you, what others are saying to you, or to each other when we talk to people in Europe and Asia and the Caribbean. It's electric transmission of what I'm saying in the air and transmitted to your device. So nothing is impossible. Absolutely nothing is impossible. But people saw it with their spiritual eyes, in their visualization, in their mind's eye. They saw that. They dreamt about it. And lo and behold, they made it happen. Scientists were able to cook up things in their lab and stuff and create this kind of thing. The camera works like our physical eyes. So there are a lot of things that I've cooked up in my mind that I desire for this upcoming year, this upcoming decade, this upcoming season. And I wait in eager anticipation to see them manifest. I know they will. Oh, if I could tell you about the many things that I visualized this past decade, this past season, this past year that have just manifested in my life. I have loved ones that have had serious health issues that no longer exist or is totally gone. Financial situations that I wanted to be bettered for myself and my family members, and they are better. Investment opportunities that present themselves even when in ways that I never thought about, but people that were probably a little bit more creative brought ideas to me that I put into action and have been able to make quite a bit of money. Okay, loved ones who had problems with fertility issues that have gotten pregnant, even though they're old, gotten pregnant, given birth to a healthy, beautiful baby. Loved ones that had problems with fertility issues and have gotten pregnant and are in the advanced stage of their pregnancy, due to give birth in a couple months, no complications. Okay, people who I know that have lived in the United States for almost 30 years without documentation, and they have been able to legally acquire their permanent resident status and have qualified for health insurance and other financial help, because we never gave up hope. We believed and we held on to the belief that one day, at the right time, these things will manifest. My dad is 86 years old and he lives by himself. By himself. Okay, he cooks and cleans and does his own laundry, pays his own bills, does his own business in his right mind. And he has had multiple health challenges and help challenges. And my husband always tells me not to worry. Don't worry about these things. They're going to work out. And I've learned not to worry, just relax. And the help that I needed to get my dad over the hump came. Okay, and not too long ago he was having he can only see out of one eye because he has really bad cataract in one, and he really doesn't want to do a surgery, and the other eye developed an infection, and he was frightened because if he loses his vision, he's gonna have to depend on people, and he's an independent man. And glory to God, he went to one doctor and he wasn't too pleased with what they said, and he went to another one. The fella gave him some drops and did some things, took some stuff out of the eye that he didn't know. He just felt like needles and pins were in there, but there was actually something in there, and he pulled it out. And my dad is 86 and he doesn't wear glasses. No, he doesn't like the glasses. He has glasses, but he doesn't wear them, and he sees. My mom celebrated her 83rd birthday and is doing really well. She has a touch of blood pressure issue, as she would say, and she takes like 5 milligrams of one blood pressure pill. And I think if she would be consistent with like cayenne and the garlic, then she would not need to. But the point being that I want these things. I live them in my spiritual world, and they manifest for me. So I know that it's very important to hold the vision for what you believe. What you see in your spiritual mind is what you get. Okay, like I'm right here with this piece of rotten wood. Some people will see it and they think it's garbage. They're gonna chop it up and throw it in the trash. Others will see it as compost for their garden. Others will see it as a source for business because they can crush it, grind it, and sell it at Home Depot or some other place where people can use it for mulch as their garden. So it's all about how you see things, and the way you want things is how you need to see it in your spiritual eyes. And I could go on about the many, many, many things that I have wanted and desired in this life that I have visualized. And I go to bed with it in my mind's eye the way I want it to play out. And I wake up the next morning with it in my mind the way I want it to play out. Not the way it appears to be. Because things rarely are the way they appear to be. And I can tell you in multiple ways, financially, emotionally, spiritually, physically. I have so many testimonies as to how my state of mind, what I believe, and not worrying, and visualization, prayer, and meditation have manifested the things I so desire, and exactly and better than the way that I desired. So, um, I'm a Bible believer, as I told you. But these are not, faith is not something that is just a Christian thing. Whatever your religious belief or no religious belief, whatever your spiritual belief is, faith is a universal law. Okay? What you believe is what you see, not the other way around. Okay, what you believe. If you believe you're gonna get sick, believe me, you're gonna get sick. There's so many people who doctors tell them that they have cancer and you have 6 months to live, and on the dot of 6 months they die. But if they go back to the doctor's office and doctor says, oops, I made a mistake, you do not have cancer, they would believe that and they would live. Okay, that's why I personally, I'm not saying that you should. No, that I'm not saying that you should, but I don't do mammograms and those things anymore. What am I looking for? If I look for cancer, I'll find it. And I believe also that the mammography machine that they use to press the breast and stuff like that, if there's anything in there, it'll burst it. If there's a tumor, it'll burst and it'll spread the cancer all over. So that's one other reason why I don't do mammography anymore. I eat healthy. I keep my state of mind in a positive, healthy state, and I rest and I exercise, and I believe those are what will ward off breast cancer and all the other cancers. Yesterday I was doing a class because I'm a registered nurse. I was doing a class to renew my license next year. And in the article, I did a course on colorectal cancer, which is the third most common cancer in the world, they said. And the primary risk factor for colorectal cancer, per this article, is obesity. Well, what leads to obesity? Poor eating habit and a lack of exercise, a lack of adequate sleep, and stress lead to obesity. And they said one of the number one lifestyle change that one could implement to either rid yourself of colorectal cancer, that was a study, or to prevent colorectal cancer is exercise. Now, isn't that amazing? So why should I be concerned myself about colorectal cancer and doing colonoscopy, or breast cancer doing mammogram? None of that prevents anything. Rather, I will eat healthy. I will do moderate exercise. I walk every single day for a minimum of half an hour. It's usually more. I eat healthy. I exercise every day. I get good amount of sleep, and I don't stress myself unnecessarily. And if a stress presents itself, I find a healthy way to get rid of it, because I don't want to be a friend of stress. Okay, so overall healthy lifestyle lifestyle and habits are what prevent disease conditions and gets rid of disease conditions. And I'm not doing any of those colonoscopy and mammography and all those things looking for anything, because our mind is powerful. Okay, and what we focus on is definitely what we get. I will leave you with this scripture in the Christian Bible. It says, faith is the substance of things hoped for. The substance, that means faith is whatever it is I hope for, I need to be able to taste it. And I need to hear it and see it and touch it and smell it in my mind's eye. Okay, so that's what visualization is. Faith is a substance of things hoped for, and it is the evidence of things desired. So whatever I desire, I need to be able to see it in the spiritual realm, which is really the only true realm. I need to be able to see it in the spiritual realm, and I will realize it in the physical. And I can tell you, does it work? I am not BSing you. It works every single time. Okay? Every single time. Faith works. And things tend to work out, not necessarily exactly how and when we want it, but it always happens at the right time. So that's another aspect of faith. Okay? I want that husband. And I want that husband right now, and I want that husband. But we have to understand that the universe knows what's best. So that man might not be for me, but God has a plan to give me the right husband at the right time. I just need to stay in faith. I am telling you, my personal relationship with my hubby is the best that it has ever been. And I'm not telling you that it was best all along. But I stuck it out, and I prayed, and I believed that God would make me to be the perfect mate for my husband, and my husband the perfect mate for me. Right now, we're best friends. Best friends. And that's because in my mind, I believed, and I acted like I believed. So even when things were not too right, they weren't the way I wanted them to, I would live as if they were. So if I wanted him to hug me and kiss me in a passionate way, in my mind's eye, I would feel him, I would smell him, I would see him touching me and hugging me in a passionate way, in the way I would like, and even in the way I would like. And what has happened is that it has happened the way I wanted it, and even more. And I would dare say everything that I have desired this 2019 has happened the way I desired, and so much more. So that's what I'm leaving you with at the end of this beautiful year and this beautiful century. Whatever you want, you must see it in your mind. You must live it in your mind. Do not worry or be anxious about anything. Okay? With prayer and petition with thanksgiving. You can only give thanks for something you've received, right? That means if you start giving thanks for that situation, you believe that it already exists and will manifest itself at the right time for you. Okay? So be healthy this coming year. Healthy emotionally, physically, spiritually, and psychologically, as you train your mind not to worry, but to trust and to believe, as you take care of your body, proper nutrition, adequate exercise, and rest and low stress level, and as you just believe and act as if you believe. Do whatever is necessary. Now, say for example, you want to purchase a house free and clear. I've come to realize that you don't necessarily have to know exactly where the money comes from. You just have to be willing to do whatever the Spirit tells you to do to make that money. That could mean take on a little babysitting to make a little extra money. Um, do your research to start your own little business, a dog walking business, a window washing business, something. Be willing and open to the leading and guidance of the Spirit of God. Okay, so you can manifest that whatever you desire. If you desire, ladies, a really nice guy, you got to put yourself together now. You know, dress yourself nicely, start on some exercise, maybe lose some weight, be more positive in your mindset. You guys, if you desire a really nice lady, same thing. Okay, you got to make sure that you are what you are looking for in that man or that woman. So if you want somebody with a positive spirit, you've got to have a positive spirit. If you want somebody that's motivated, you too, you have got to be motivated. Okay, just wanted to share those things with you. God bless you, and listen, just look in your spiritual eyes for what you want next year and next century, and if you believe it, you will do whatever it takes within reason to make it happen, and it will happen for you. All right, God bless you, and see you soon.